tactical, yeah, big time. I'll tell you about the reasoning for this in a second, but the main reason for this video is to do a review of this lovely rifle. And I say lovely because it is really, really lovely. It is the Remington made, so it's a Remlin. It is the Marlin 1895 SBL. What's its popular nickname is the T-Rex Killer. I think you know what movie I'm talking about. One particular Hollywood movie that featured this as. Can you imagine that? Pretty. Yeah. I don't even know what to say about that. You're going against a Tyrannosaurus Rex with this. Don't like your chances. If I was hunting a Tyrannosaurus Rex, I would be going out with like I don't know, a 700 Nitro Express. They do exist, yeah, because I don't think this would kill a T-Rex. But in any case, my experience. So I've got two Remington-made Marlins. Now I know that there was a period there when, after Remington had taken Marlin over and shifted the manufacturing to Olin, and they were churning out garbage. And I mean, I've seen a lot of the videos where the sights were, they weren't even vertical, so and just various problems where the screws are all loose, and when the individuals who bought the rifles tightened them, they wouldn't cycle, like the lever wouldn't even open. So there were problems, but I can tell you right now, and I bought this and the 44 mag like 2 years ago, I think, or so, probably over 2 years ago, and I don't have a problem with them. They're great, They're not 100% refined, but, and a lot of people disparage the fact that Remington took Marlin over, but my understanding is that Marlin was still making their rifles with the same old tooling, with the same old machines, and they were sort of on the quality was on the decline already because everything was just worn out. So I don't know what the facts are because I wasn't there. I didn't see the tooling. And apparently some of the Marlin guys got pissed off and sabotaged some of the tooling, and I don't know how much truth there is in that. I don't know. It's pretty much all speculation as far as I'm concerned. But regardless, what they're churning out and what the Marlin rifles that are coming out now, the lever actions anyway, I think are excellent. So this is the Marlin 1895 SBL, the stainless big loop. Now, the actual loop itself, it's not that big. In fact, as far as I'm concerned, all the Marlins should be coming out with this lever because the standard lever is too small, I don't know if 100 or 120 years ago people had really small hands or what, but this loop is about just right, and it's smooth. Yeah, there is a bit of clunkiness to it, but it's it's certainly nothing like some of the other lever actions on the market. It's good. It really is. I've not had to do... The only thing that I've really... One and only thing that I've had to do to it is just took a few sharp edges off the actual loading port. That was it. Literally, that was it. I've done nothing else to it. There's not a hell of a lot you can do with the trigger because of the design. I have changed the trigger. This is a what's it called? It's a Wild West trigger. and because the trigger that the Marlin comes out with is this floppy thing. If it's not cocked, like if that was the standard Marlin trigger, it would just be like flopping around, like loose, which just pissed me off big time. So both of my Marlins have got Wild West triggers. I think it's called it's called the Trigger Happy trigger. So when you cock it, you see that? But when it's decocked, that would be just super floppy. So the standard Marlin trigger is a 2-piece trigger, and it just flops around when it's not cocked. The Trigger Happy, the Wild West Trigger Happy trigger is 2-piece as well, but it's spring loaded. So there's actually some tension there. It just doesn't flop around. Now, so I've got a Leopold VX Freedom on there. Fantastic scopes. I've got 5 of these things. If you want a hunting scope, like for hunting, you know, I'm not talking about this bizarre, weird fad of long range hunting. I'm talking hunting, real hunting. Get a VX Freedom. I don't think you can go past it, like seriously. And this is a quick release worn mounts. So you can just flip them, off it comes, like that, so it doesn't fall off. Yeah. What? Now I'm looking stupid. Oh, you got to wind them out. Yeah, sorry. You got to wind them out and then it comes off. And then you've got the iron sights. Alright. Now, accuracy wise, it does come with a very nice recoil pad, which it needs, because it is a 4570. Accuracy wise, look, at 100 metres you're looking at 2 MOA, okay, honestly. You're not going to get better than that. I mean, this was designed in 1895, for God's sake. You know, if you want an accurate lever action, then buy a Miracle, a Browning BLR, a Miracle MLR, Browning BLR, or the what's it called, the Henry Long Range, which, yeah, I don't even know what really. I saw someone at the range the other day shooting one, and in 308, and he reckoned it was really accurate. But all of those, the MLR and the BLR are exactly the same rifle. They're all made by Miracle, the Browning. They're a rack and pinion turn bolt, so the bolt head actually it's essentially a bolt action bolt on a rack and pinion system with the bolt head turning into recesses in the receiver or the barrel, whatever. It's essentially a bolt action setup, a hybrid bolt action, but with a lever instead. So you're going to get good accuracy with that. With a standard lever, you know, old design, you know, pre-1900s design lever action, you're not going to get super accuracy. I really don't care what anyone says. I mean, people say, oh yeah, I'll get 1 MOA out of my. Like there was one guy, I think he was Norwegian. What was his channel? League of Extraordinary Gunsmiths, and he was a gunsmith, and he reckoned he got his to print 1 MOA. I'm sorry, I just don't believe it. You know, the design only has so much potential for accuracy. You can't exceed the potential. So, but what is it? What are you going to use it for? You're not going to use it for long range hunting. You're going to use it for short range, you know, slamming. You come up to a bunch of pigs and just obliterate them with this, the 4570. The 4570 cartridge is my understanding is that the 4570 cartridge is the oldest cartridge, commercial cartridge still in production. 1873, it was originally designed for the 1873 trapdoor military rifle for the United States. It's still in production. There's a reason for that. People have tried to copy it with the 450 and this and that, but you know what? It's still in production. So let's have a look at the cartridge, if I can get some out. These are some of my 400 grain Spear flat nose soft point hand loads, and let's compare it to something a bit bigger. So this is 458 Magnum Woodley weld cores. So there's the two cartridges. Can't get that one to stand up. The two, it's on the piss. The two cartridges in comparison. So the 458 Win Mag, if you want to kill an elephant, here you go. That's the one. But you know, if you've got a very large animal like a water buffalo or a really big pig, you know, a really big hog, and we get some big ones here, that's the one. That's the one to go for, the 458 Win Mag. That's a different story altogether. I've already done a review on that. The 4570, it's just a classic cartridge. Like I said, it's been around since 1873 and it's still in production. You know, there's a thing called commercial reality. If no one's buying it, no one's going to make it. And people have been making it since 1873 and people are still buying it. So there's a reason, again, there's a reason for that. Like I said, the reason why no one makes Lee Enfields, there's a reason for that. People are still making 4570s because it works. And this rifle, I mean, I just, you know, I think that the best thing they ever did, that whoever, Remington, Marlin, whoever, did was put it in this pepper laminate stock. It just looks the business. It just looks outstanding. I love it. I really do. I absolutely love it. Negatives. There are none. There are none. You know, people say, oh, you know, it's heavy. Of course it's bloody heavy. You're shooting a 4570 out of it. You know, you want a bit of weight in it. You don't want it to be like a Rossi, you know. So there are no negatives. It's just a fantastic rifle. And if you don't own one of these, and they're really expensive now, like they weren't that expensive, and then after that movie, you know which one I'm talking about, where it was featured as the T-Rex killer, it jumped up in price by about $400 or $500, just like that overnight. That's what a movie can do, even to a firearm, the price of a firearm. But it is absolutely outstanding. If you don't have one, get one. Like really, get one. And the beauty of the Marlin action is, over the Winchester, is that all you have to do is get to there, undo that screw, out comes the lever, out comes the bolt, and you can give it a good old clean, which you can't do with the Winchesters. You know, they're a different story altogether. Very complicated. Not very complicated, but a lot more complicated. Again, the Leopold VX Freedoms, fantastic scopes. Now, the reason for me wearing this is because I've got another contest. The first contest that I set out for you people, no one has still taken it out because it's a really hard contest. But so this is an easy one. If you can tell me what uniform I'm wearing, in particular the beret, because this is not 100% the uniform that they wore, but very similar, it's brushstroke. So there you go. That's one giveaway. If you can tell me who wore this, then I will give you this ferrocerium rod. Alright? I don't care where you are in the world, I'll send it to you. It's a big ferrocerium, for all the bushcrafters, it's a big ferrocerium rod, so it's 5, what is it? Oh no, half an inch. Oh, there we go, we'll go metric. It's 12.7 millimeters, so half an inch. We'll go inches again. So it's half inch by, it's so long that it's almost too big for my, it's half an inch by, get in there. I've gone past it. It's half an inch by by 5 inches, half an inch by 5 inch ferrocerium rod, and I got half dozen of the 5 of these, so they do work really well. Yeah, so don't worry about that. It's not a dud. So wherever you are in the world, if you can guess who wears this, or who used to wear it, yeah, because they are my favourite military unit of all time. I was never in it, but I have utmost respect for them. If you can guess who wore it, you will get this. And like I said, I don't care where in the world you are, I'll send it to you. So I think I've said just about enough. Get an 1895 SBL, fantastic rifle, like really, and so much fun. Everybody that's ever shot this, I've given it to quite a few people to have a shoot of, and they all said they wanted to. When I said to them, "Oh, what gun do you want me to bring?" They said the Marlin, the 1895 SBL, the 4570, because it's just so much fun to shoot. It really is. It's not that cheap to shoot, but yeah, and you can get heaps of ammo for it. Like ammo is readily available for it because it's been made since 1873. So yeah, so buy an SBL. Tell me who wore that, and you'll get this. So that's about it, and I'll see you later.